The ghost. Ghost pays views. The toast ghost. Toastmaster.
Looks like our feedback is done. Speaker 3 was great. Speaker 4. Speaker 4 is one of our most motivated Toastmasters. He's also new to our club. So we can't wait to hear what he has for us today in his 5 to 7 minute speech. Let's welcome Jitin Pant to the stage.
So what do you do when you don't have a speech ready?
Oh.
So I usually prepare my Wednesday speech 1 hour before the talk. Today, somebody jumped into my schedule. And when I came here, I started writing something on a piece of paper which is in my pocket. I wrote something and I put it in my pocket. I decided I'll speak from my heart. I don't know what is going to be my next statement. I really don't know, but I'll speak from my heart. So I gave my ice-breaking speech somewhere around 2 months back. And usually during the ice-breaking speech, we get to introduce ourselves, which I didn't do because I wanted to talk about something more important, which was why do I wanted to speak so badly? Why do I wanted to join Toastmasters? So I heard Josh speaking about his father, Zach speaking about India, which I don't agree with, and Ikra talking about some really deep stuff. And hearing these things provoked some thoughts in my mind. I'll tell you who Jitin Pant is. So my last name is not Pant, it's Pant, but I'm used to it. And you can say, I use it to my advantage all the time. I was born in poverty, so I can feel every bit of it. She gave example of her grandfather. I was born in a family, I have 3 siblings. My father has been to school until 8th grade. My mom has never been to school. So my father was born to a farmer. My grandfather wanted my father to be a farmer. He ran away from his house and he entered New Delhi, which is the capital of India. He started selling handkerchiefs there. He got some 5 rupees, which is less than 10 cents. He kept selling another stuff, make money, sell another stuff, get money. He kept doing it for a while. He slept on roads, on railway stations. Finally ended up being in Ramnagar, which is my current hometown, very small place. He finally got a job as a forest guard. And then we were born one by one. I am his 3rd kid, and I have a sister younger to me. I have 2 elder sisters. And my father got married at the age of 21. I think my father kept telling me that, son, if you have right education, money looks so little. So his main purpose of life was for all of us to have good education. So my elder sisters, they have a PhD now. Both of them have a PhD. We all ended up getting multiple fellowships. I cannot see ourselves coming so far in education if we didn't have any fellowship. Fortunately, we were lucky enough to get those fellowships, and I'm finally here. It was a dream for me to be in the United States. I have told this in one of my speeches that, just looking at people in the television, seeing white people talking English, even speaking in English was a dream for me. I was one of those students who stood outside the class and would frame a statement in his mind for 2 minutes before saying it. I was one of those students. So for a lot of you, education might have come very easily. Food, house, books, bicycles. might have come very easily. But for me, when she talks about generosity, gratitude, I can feel every bit of it. My life has taught me some important lessons that you should not take life for granted, and you should really not hold yourself back just because you were born with a certain background. I think we keep searching God around us. We have God within us. So when you connect to your soul, when you connect to yourself, you realize that you are so powerful, you can fulfill any dream possible. When I applied for a PhD in the United States, before that, so I started applying in 2010, and I finally came here in 2015. For 5 years, I applied in more than 200 universities, and I'm not exaggerating. I have those folders still in my laptop to keep reminding me that I should value every single day I'm here. I applied so many times, failed. There was nobody to tell me what GRE is, what TOEFL is, what is the admission process in these universities, nothing. I failed and tried and failed and tried and failed and tried and failed and tried. I finally succeeded, I'm here. In the last 1.5 years, everything that has happened with me, all the setbacks that have happened with me, has helped me tremendously. In 1.5 years, I have 9 publications in international journals. I have 2 patents. I have been to Germany with full fellowship. I have worked in a biopharmaceutical company, which is among top 10 biopharmaceutical companies in the world. I was a scientist there. I studied in BITS Pilani, which is ranked among top 5 universities in India. And not because I'm brilliant, and I'm not even bragging here. All I wanted to say is, I use my weakness as my strength all the time. I kept reminding myself, Jiten, you survived that poverty. Getting admission in US is nothing. Clearing GRE is nothing. Scoring good CGPA is nothing. You have survived life. These class exams are nowhere close to the exams that life takes every day. I was doubted multiple times by the people around me. They told me, why do you want to apply to US, man? You don't have money. What the hell are you thinking? Who will pay for your fees? Even my own father, he called my sister one day and told her, please tell him he has gone crazy. He should not be wasting his time applying abroad. I don't have money. But he didn't want to say these things to me directly. So he asked my sister to convince me to stop applying, because he was scared in his head that if I get into United States, he would have to take loans, which he cannot, because to take loans, to get money from bank, you should have enough money. And I failed to get money during my bachelor studies. So I don't know, there is an emotional turmoil going on in my head right now, and I don't know what to say. I would like to end by concluding that stop worrying about petty things. Start appreciating life. Start appreciating people around you. Start appreciating your mom, your father, your sister, the people you love. Believe in yourself. Coming here and speaking is just a form of expression. Nothing can be bigger than your connection to yourself. When you connect to yourself, you meet God. You meet all the powers in the world. You will realize that everything is possible in life. So just believe in yourself and talk to yourself, because that's where you will meet the God which everybody searches in temple and where do Christian goes? Yeah, church and mosque and all these places. Try to feel the God within you. That's all I want to say. Thank you.
Thank you, Jiten. We seem to have a common track. Poverty's in the mind, people. Great story, true. Please give him feedback and pass that in. Also, if anyone's feeling hungry, we do have donuts. Those aren't just for show. Please.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know what you heard.
Do you want half of it? That's a lot.
No, I'm good.
Oh, oops, that's
spreading our lies before the meeting started.
I did not understand, darling.
God, it's like diabetes in a circle.
Diabetes in a
Don't
circle.
judge me when I examine.
Or just like myself when I get it.
So you're leaving.
Our speaker number 5.
Then we take a break.
No breaks.
Oh boy.
Speaker number 5 today is the president of our club next semester.
Oh my gosh.
He's bringing the heat today.
Don't say that.
Time is 5 to 7 minutes. Project, CC, Project 7, research your topic. Objective is to collect information about your topic from numerous sources, etc. Title of his speech is Can't Spell Lit Without IT. Let's welcome Tyler Chan to the stage.
All right. So I'm Tyler Chan. I'm an MIS major. Now, for anyone who is not an MIS major, do you know what MIS stands for?
Information systems.
Yes. It's gonna ask Alex. But yes, that's actually what it is. But a lot of times when I talk to people and introduce myself, 7 out of 10 times, typically, the response is, MIS. I've heard of it. It sounds, you gotta remind me what it is. It's just out of my head. So I think it's not the problem. People don't know what it is. Because people know the career paths MIS people go to. Go to consulting, project management, so statisticians, things like that. So I'm here today to make sure that more people are aware of what my major, Zach's major, Christopher Travers' major, what we really do and why we're really important for not only today, but especially for the future. So I'm gonna start with what we work with predominantly, which is big data. Big data. So what is big data? Well, big data is everywhere. We've been contributing to it all day, even right now with that GoPro. So how many of you have been on your phone for like 30 minutes today? Well, 1 hour. 3 hours. Okay, you haven't stopped using your phone since you woke up. Well, no matter what you do, whether it be watching YouTube, being on Spotify, Googling, liking a photo on Instagram, everything we do is tracked by different companies and recorded so that they can know what we're doing most of our time, also what we like to do. And the amount of data we put into just databases in general, it's huge. Put some numbers out there to help you guys paint the picture. Every second, there are 40,000 Google search queries being entered. 40,000 every second. That's insane. And every day, there's about 3.5 billion being searched. And then a year, it's about 1.2 trillion. Please don't fact check. And for YouTube, I use YouTube a lot. Every minute, there's 300 hours of videos being uploaded. So Toastmaster videos, other YouTubers uploading their own videos, are all being uploaded to databases across the world. And the crazy part is that we're putting in all this data into databases and things like that. And we only analyze only 0.5% of all the data out there. Only 0.5%. Like, what? So we're probably thinking, if we're gathering all this data, what's the point of gathering all of it? Why are we just hoarding loads and loads and loads of data? Well, that's where MIS majors come in. MIS majors, we're trained to do data analytics through data programming using programs such as SQL Workbench, things like that. That way we can organize data, which is probably the most important part of MIS data analytics. Organizing data so that we can use it, that's when it's called information. And we can use this information to partner with other consultants, marketers, salesmen to help them understand their target audience and also what people like what we want to see in the market, what we want to buy, and maybe things that we haven't even seen before that, oh, it's like, oh, never heard of that, but I'm pretty much into it. That's how I actually found out about drones. So, kind of know. And companies have gotten really good at using algorithms and data models to identify their customers. So good that they can identify who Alex Matthews is, what he likes, what like medical conditions he might have, things of those nature. So I'm gonna give you guys an example story from 2012 that I got from Forbes.com that was really famous by Target and their data analytics section. So there's this man in Minnesota. He storms in to a Target one day. He's like, hey, why do you send my daughter these coupons for baby clothes and cribs? She's only in high school. Are you trying to encourage her to have children? That's insane. And the manager just looks at him like, what? There may have been a mistake. Hold on, let me check. So he looks at the databases and sees that, in fact, his daughter is on the mailing list for maternity clothes, calcium supplements, and other types of items that you'd only see pregnant women buy. And then, sure enough, a month later, same father walks in. It seems that there have been some activities that I was unaware of going on in the household. She's due in August. I owe you an apology. Now, how did Target figure out that his daughter was pregnant before they did? Well, turns out every time you go to Target, everything you buy, there's a purchase order ID that's tacked onto whatever you buy. And that is tacked onto the credit card. Most people use credit cards. That's tacked onto the credit card. And that credit card also has a billing address, which is how they found her address. And using the things she bought, such as unscented body lotions, supplements for magnesium and calcium, and also a large amount of cotton balls, things like that, they're able to identify, oh, I think she may be due for a baby soon, which is why they're able to identify that she's pregnant. Things like this, being able to analyze data, that is what MIS majors do. We're able to gather all this data, all this information. We're simply just walking to a store, buying certain items. This is where MIS majors can organize data and use it as information. So hopefully now more people are aware of what I do and Zach will eventually do, hopefully in the future. Thank you.
Zach.